All right, everybody, welcome back. We're diving deep today into investing. Well, not just any investing, the Boglehead way.
Ah, the Bogleheads.
Right? John C. Bogle, the Vanguard founder.
Yeah, I know him.
So this whole approach to investing, it's all about simplicity, low costs, and thinking long term. They actually had the authors of the Bogleheads Guide to Investing on a podcast. And I
Oh,
know it was really cool. We got a lot of great insights from that. And we thought, hey, why not share this with everyone? So let's break it down. What's the big deal with this Boglehead thing anyway?
well, for me, it's like this breath of fresh air in the investing world. It cuts through all the noise, the jargon, the hype. It's like you don't have to be a day trader. You don't need to be chasing trends. You can just
Mhm.
make simple, smart decisions with your money.
Exactly. And the book really hammers this point home.
Yeah.
They keep saying, it actually
And it
works.
does.
It does. And that's what I find so refreshing about it. They don't just tell you what to do, they explain why it works.
Yeah.
And they back it up with solid evidence.
It's like they're saying, look, we're not giving you a flashy sports car that breaks down every other week. We're giving you a reliable car, a well-maintained car that's going to get you where you need to go.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the three pillars of Boglehead investing. Pillar number one, keep those costs low.
Yes. This is huge.
Huge. They make this great comparison to termites, right? Those little guys that eat away at your house.
You don't even notice them at first.
No, you don't. But over time,
Major damage.
major damage. And that's exactly what high fees do to your investments.
Right. And what's crazy is that even a tiny difference in fees can make a huge difference in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about a 1% fee here, a 0.5% fee there. Might not seem like much, but over 30 years, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars you're losing.
That's a scary thought, right?
Yeah.
Okay, pillar number two, index funds.
Index funds, yes.
This is where we ditch the whole stock picking game, right?
Forget about trying to be the next Warren Buffett.
Yeah, exactly. We're not trying to pick individual winners. Instead, we're buying a tiny slice of the entire market.
It's like having a diversified portfolio on autopilot. Instead of betting on individual companies, you're betting on the overall growth of the economy.
And historically, over the long term, the market goes up.
It does. It always has.
So we're just riding that wave. And the cool thing is, index funds often outperform those actively managed funds.
They do.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason for that. See, with actively managed funds, you're paying a fund manager a lot of money to try to beat the market,
Right.
but they often don't. And those high fees eat into your return.
Exactly. So with index funds, you're basically getting the market's return without all the extra fees and hassle.
It's simple. It's effective.
Okay, so pillar number three, and this is arguably the most important one, is staying the course. Discipline, patience, not panicking when the market drops.
The Bogleheads are big on this.
Big on this. They acknowledge that market crashes are going to happen.
They're inevitable.
They're part of the cycle.
Hmm.
But they also emphasize that historically, markets always recover.
It's like they're saying, hey, you're going to hit some rough seas on this voyage, but the ship is going to reach its destination eventually. You just got to stay on board.
Exactly. Don't jump ship when the going gets tough.
Yeah.
So for someone who's like, okay, I'm ready to embrace the Boglehead philosophy, what's the first step?
Well, the book gives a really clear roadmap. You start with a low-cost brokerage account. Then you choose a few broad market index funds, like the S&P 500 or a total stock market fund.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. These funds give you exposure to a wide range of companies, which helps spread out your risk. And the book also stresses avoiding some common traps. No stock picking, no trying to time the market, and definitely no high-fee advisors.
Now, some people argue that index funds are too passive.
Yeah, I've heard that.
They say you miss out on the potential for those big gains. Like, what if I had bought Apple stock back in the day?
That's true. You do miss out on the chance to hit it big with a single stock. But remember, chasing those big gains also means taking on a lot of risk. And you could lose big, too.
Exactly.
The beauty of index funds is that they offer a consistent, reliable way to grow your wealth over time. You don't have to become a financial expert or spend hours researching individual stocks.
It's about balance, right? Risk versus reward. You're not going to get rich quick with index funds, but you're also not going to lose your shirt chasing some hot stock tip.
Okay, so let's talk about something that can really trip people up. Market crashes. It's scary when your investments take a nosedive.
Oh, yeah. Your heart starts racing. You check your portfolio every 5 minutes. It's natural to feel scared.
It's like, oh my gosh, what's happening to my money?
But here's the thing. Market crashes, as unsettling as they are are a normal part of the economic cycle. They happen. They always have happened. And historically, they've always been followed by recovery.
So how do we mentally prepare for a market crash? What's the best way to handle that fear? Well, you can't predict when a crash is going to happen, but you can prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. And that goes back to those three pillars. Keep your costs low, stick with your index funds, and maintain that long-term perspective.
Don't let those short-term fluctuations shake you off course.
Yeah.
So, to our listeners out there, I want to leave you with this thought. Knowing that market downturns are a part of the journey, how can you mentally fortify yourself? How can you avoid making those impulsive emotional decisions that could really derail your long-term goals? Because it's about more than just picking investments, right? It's about building the right mindset. And maybe, just maybe, this Boglehead approach can help you do just that.
It's worth thinking about.
It is. And that's all the time we have for today, folks. But hey, keep the conversation going. Let us know what you think about the Boglehead philosophy. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.